flips me a back body. Oh, it's another one, yeah. It's a full run, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Trey. What's good?
Yes, cuz. It's obviously good to see you. You're back. And look, it's been tremendous having Ra, Bazza, and, the community just, supporting the channel. But, it's always good having these catch-ups, with my cousin, because it's my blood cousin, man. So big up to you. Big up to the whole of the family. Big up to whoever's tuned in right now. Before we get into this show, this is episode 195, 5 away from 200. So we're going to make that a special. Kami, big up to you. Big up to you. She's obviously tuned in. Big up to you. Thank you so much, for, blessing your energy. And it's obviously good to see you. But before we get into the show, cuz, let's big up to our sponsors, D-Rock. Yes, people, you know the spill. It's iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock. So people, take advantage of the discount code by going to the description, going to D-Rock, and just utilize the discount code, which is 40%. All you got to do is type in iBoxingHub24 and you get 40% off everything. Cuz a lot's happened, since you've been away. We've obviously had a few things happening, throughout the weeks, of course. But look, a few shout outs. Firstly, I wanted to give a big shout out, man, because he took his time to join us on the show. Big up to Bazza, Jamie TKV's coach. He had a lot to talk about, for the situation that happened. I'm sure we're gonna dig deep to that better as well. Big up to Abbas, big up to Ray, Stay Weighed In Brothers were back, and also big up to Eric as well. He's doing the spaces on X. So people, if you're on X and you don't want to, listen to something live, just go on the spaces and, utilize this. But, cuz, where do we start, man? Mr. Sports Entertainment's back.
Yeah. Bivol. Yes. So the WBC. So he gave up the title, innit? So am I right in saying Benavidez is now currently the new WBC lightweight champion of the world? That's interesting, that, because as a fan point of view, what did you want to see? The trilogy with Bivol and Beterbiev, or a match with Bivol and Benavidez?
Cuz before I say anything, we obviously had Jose Benavidez, senior, the guy on the left holding the WBC belts. Obviously, one of them at the time was the interim, but yeah, look, congratulations to El Monstro. This isn't the way he wanted to do it. And look, he did all the right things. He was mandatory. He fought Morel. He came to the division. He was looking for the big fights. But unfortunately, like you said, Bivol chose to go in a different route. And look, Bivol just had 2 wars with Beterbiev, cuz, man. So if he doesn't want to get into another one, I think I could give him that slide, man. Because yeah, he's achieved tremendous things. He's a tremendous fighter, and look, let the other champions become champion. And if he wants to, the fight's always still gonna be out there, to fight Benavidez, man. So, guys, just give me your thoughts, man. What you saying?
Do you know what? I suppose it's not a bad thing, because if he fights Beterbiev, what he's going to, if he wins, then I guess he can then challenge for the WBC title again and become a 2-time undisputed champion. However, having said that, remember, we've got the likes of Anthony Yard and Callum Smith in the division. So it'll be interesting just to see, who, Benavidez would want to fight next, because I would like to see Benavidez and Callum Smith. I think Callum proved himself from his last performance. And at the same time, I would like to see Anthony Yard and Benavidez. It's an interesting one, because it's just like, it's weird that we're talking about Callum Smith and Anthony Yard, and it's just like, where's Boatsi? Where's he at? Because my understanding, he's happy to fight the winner of what's his name? Liam and forgotten his name, Whittaker.
Or Ben Whittaker and Cameron.
Yeah. He's happy to fight the winner. But then at the same time, for me personally, if I was a matchmaker or promoter, whatnot, I would do a big event. I would have Bertabiev v Spival, Benavidez v Callum Smith, and Yard v Boatsi, all in the same card.
All in the same card, yeah. So you're thinking to just do a big Super Six, just bang.
Yeah,
put the division and let them mix for the title. I think that's interesting. Look, we obviously got Rico. Rico, big up to you, my brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know because of the Champions League, everyone's kind of all of that. But look, the show's on YouTube. We don't care, and we love the energy. So big up to you. And Rico's obviously saying, love you, Carmi. We love you too as well, Carmi. So just sending that energy. But yeah, cuz Super Six, it's a good idea. Can't lie to you. I'm just happy that Benavidez now is just the champion, and it kind of spices up the division a bit, man. So we can see the winner of Yard's next fight. I think Yard's fighting Lyndon Arthur in the big card that's coming up this month. Let's see what can happen, man. I think it's exciting times for the division, and I think it's exciting times for boxing.
Where are they? Where's Yard and Smith ranked at?
Big up to you, my brother. Big up. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, sir. What are you saying, cuz?
No, I just want to know Yard and Smith. Where where are they ranked at the WBC?
Yard and Smith. Very, very, very good question. People, I want you guys to just get involved in this one. Where is Yard and where is Smith?
Because I think Benavidez, him defending that title, he needs a big. I want him to defend it. I need a big competitor. I need someone. I don't want any. I was don't get me wrong. He might have a mandatory defense, but it's just like it would be nice to see Benavidez fight, perhaps here in the UK.
Yes, have it. We had Benavidez Senior, Cuzman, and you heard what he said on our last show. So people, if you haven't saw that, go to the playlist. I think it's a roundup special, and he said it best. He wouldn't mind to fight any of these guys, man. So Benavidez is not afraid to fight anyone. He's happy. That's why they call him El Monstro. He wants the big fight. So I would love to see it. But what stadium would you like to see it, cuz?
Do you know what? O2. O2 Arena.
O2 Energy, yeah. O2 Energy. No, I feel you. I do like that. Nah, big up. Everyone's just bigging up Carmi, man. She just energy. The energy Carmi brings, just big up to her, man. But yeah, cuz I know it's the big one. I don't know if you wanna. No, actually, before we get into the big one, we obviously saw a few events, man, over the weekend, man. So let's just quickly, round it up. I didn't even get your views. What are you saying, cuz?
I just wanted to briefly talk about the co-main event. My understanding, there's going to be a rematch. I think this rematch may take place in June on the Fabioli and Miller's undercard. I don't know. It's interesting to see. But in terms of Joe Joyce and I don't know. Obviously, it's up to Joe Joyce. What he does next. Who he wants to fight. Well, it's not about who he wants to fight next. It's really what he does next. If he's going to continue, or if he's going to retire. But I mean, do we really want to see Hrgović? He wants a rematch with Daniel Dubois. I don't even think Daniel would even entertain that. If anything, at this present moment, I think the best person that Hrgović could fight at this moment, there's two people really, Derek Chisora or Anthony Joshua.
Ooh. Okay, yeah. I think that's the fight, and I'm not even being disrespectful on this one. And look, I mean this in a very, respectful manner. Herkovich, for quite a few years, he was kind of being built up as that person to fight AJ. So he was kind of building his profile, and that was the fight that was meant to happen. And look, I wouldn't mind that fight happening right now, man. So if that's the next fight, let's go. And Benavidez is shook. Might jump on, bro. If you want to jump on, man, jump on, man. You know the energy, my brother, man. So, but yeah, energy, cuz, man.
No, I think that'd be a good fight. I think Herkovich, like I said, look, Derek Chisora, obviously mandatory to fight Triple D. I don't know if that's gonna happen, or maybe he might wait, but he's got options. Herkovich, AJ, or that's I will go. That's the route I would go if I was Herkovich management. I'd be like, look, who would you want to fight? Most probably be AJ, because that's the money fight right there, and it makes sense as well. And can he shock the world? I don't know.
Yeah, man, he'll be defending his international WBO title, man. It's so confusing for fans, man, and I feel sorry for the casuals, because they probably would look at that picture and think, oh, what is he, world champion? Nah, it's the international WBO champion, so that's just below the interim. So it's like there's levels of titles, man. So, but I think the division is quite open. It's quite open.
Yes.
Hopefully, I would say Usyk has a few more fights left. Once he's done, then the rest of the belts will be fragmented, so that everyone has a chance. And look, you got Moses Atuma, as someone who's the future. But cuz you already know who's the future, and this is your guy. We're gonna talk about him a bit later on, of course, man. But yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, no, it's at the moment boxing. It's doing well. They're making the fights that we want to see. We've got a rematch taking place. I think next week. Is it next week? Whitaker and Liam.
Exactly. Yeah, Ben Whitaker needs to do the comeback, man. And I think this time around he was smart. He was quiet, just did his thing in the back end, which he needs to do. Sometimes it's a humble pie situation, because the fight, didn't pan out the way he wanted for him. But look, let's see what he does in the rematch. I think it's going to be much more competitive. And, I think there's going to be a potential stoppage, man. Let's see.
Ooh, when you say potential stoppage, who's getting stopped?
I think if Whitaker is this person that grew up like myself watching anime, Dragon Ball Z, he's going to have to enter that inner Goku in him, man, to come out Super Saiyan 1. He has to against Liam Cameron, man, because he's a warrior. Cameron's not going to just come in, and he showed it in the first fight, that he's not going to just come in and be that fighter, man. He's going to make it difficult. He's going to be in the pocket with him. So I think, Ben Whitaker has to, dig deep and, push for that stoppage, man. He has to put on the show. He has to really just show people that first fight was just a blimp. And this is what I'm really about, man. So you might not see a lot of showboating. You might just see more, venomous, punches and intent. But that's just fantasy, me just thinking that's the mindset. But we don't know what he's going to produce on the night, man. But I believe he can.
If it goes wrong for him, if he loses, what happens?
He goes down the pecking order, cuz, man, because that pecking order is rough, especially in that division, man.
Really? I feel who should get an opportunity to fight the winner of this fight? I think it's Dan Aziz, because I think, like, no disrespect to Whitaker and all that, but what's he above them?
Yeah.
Above. Do you know what I mean? So for him to fight the winner of Liam or Whitaker, it's like he's going back down again. Again, no disrespect to none of the boxers. Do you know what I mean? Obviously,
No, you're right, Buzz.
now his levels, it's like, for me personally, I think he's a world level contender. Yeah, European / world level contender. So it's interesting to see. But yeah, main event. Main event. I mean, what was your thoughts on the press conference?
Because firstly, we got to obviously shout out to Uncle Frank, Queensbury, The Zone, Running Towards Adversity, Wardley, Miller, Portland Road. Like, because, I just love when football and boxing intertwines, man, and it creates great energy. And look, you saw in the presser, Wardley wearing the Ipswich top, and you got Miller wearing the Norwich top, man. And that was the vibe, that was the energy. And I love that, cuz I love that, man. So big up to Miller. I think it was a bit too much, what happened, him talking about the song. And because from my understanding, and guys, if whoever knows the situation better, just get involved in the chat, you're open. I think because content creators are super creative now, that someone created an AI song of him saying killer, something to do with, Baby Miller. He's obviously picked it up. He thought that Wardley, created this song, and that's why, he came with this energy, man. But I think in the end, it's created something good for boxing, man, because now this fight's going to bring extra spice. And maybe we need this, man, because we've seen what Wardley can do. When there's extra spice in fights, man, we saw what happened in the rematch against Clark. He produced, arguably the knockout of the year, man. He just pretty much dented his skull, man. It was horrible, man. But yeah, cuz it was good energy, man. Good for boxing. Yeah. And I'm excited. He's your guy, Miller, as well, man. Miller, he brings that WWE energy, man. So it'll be good.
Yeah. You know me, man. I mean, in this fight, who would you class as the underdog?
All right. Without me taking off my bias hat, in theory, we've actually got a special guest introducing, weighing in at about 184 pounds.
Oh, wow.
From Mexico, Guadalajara, we have El Rico. Look at that entrance I'm giving you, bro, man. What you saying, my
that was a terrible entrance. You know how I feel about Mexicans. Yeah, but thank you guys. Do you know what it is? I just thought I'd pop in. I know there's the Champions League and whatnot and this and that, but just also wanted to give you guys your flowers and say incredible job. 195 episodes, 5 episodes until 200. Been here, since the beginning. Yeah, man. You guys are the best. So just wanted to come in here and show some love.
Big up to you, my brother, man, because you're also a contribution to the great work that we do, here at iBoxingHub, with the watch-alongs, with managing the talent that we have, the tremendous talent, the shows, the across the ways, the specials that you have coming up as well. So look, I'm just excited. I'm excited for what we're gonna do, and yeah, it's gonna be a big year. So big up to you. That's why I call you El Rico. You're my guy.
I know. Thank you so much. But try and find something else that's dissociated, because we're trying to build a wall around here. That's what we're trying to do. But nah. I think just as I was coming in, you guys were talking about the Jamie TKV thing. I don't know if I missed it. Shout out to my brother. I hypothetically speaking, for me, when I look at somebody who's winning every single round, yes, it was a stink fest, but if David was able to do a counter off of Jamie's right hand, I believe, because Jamie likes going for that right hook and staying in the clinch, and amazing shape. The best shape that he's ever come in. I think next time he'll come in even better shape. But yeah, winning the fight conclusively, We all heard the referee say break. It's either that referee is absolutely retarded or he's corrupt. Now, I could probably toss a coin for that answer, but I'm going to go on the corrupt bit. And, it's not right, man. It's not right. And big up to you guys again. Amazing show with Baza. I was watching in the comments. Baza was just so animated. I don't know. Everyone's seen his interview on the stomping ground. Shout out to Parsons stomping. And yeah, he was pissed, bro. I would be too. I'll be very mad. Very mad. I spoke to Jamie. Big up to Jamie. Jamie is in high spirits, obviously. But yeah, I'll be pissed.
I think maybe the fight. I think has the ref ever participated? Has he ever participated in this high level of performance? Because usually, what the ref done, it was clearly he was in the wrong. When he said break, obviously you break, but then for him to call off the fight, it's just he needs. I'm not a ref in it, so I'm only just judging what I see. What he done was wrong. However, the way I see it, they're going to run it back again. So in a way, it's worked in both of their favors, really, because they're going to eat again, make more money. Because let's be real, the co-main event.
But it's not about that. It's about doing what's actually right. Like he had everything he was doing was absolutely wrong. He should have been in the middle of them to break within the clinch or initiate. Do you know what I mean? You don't just tap. You don't tap Rose's hand away and be like, yeah, break. Okay, fight's on.
Well, maybe he's scared, innit? That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's never. I think this might be too much.
Get out of here, man. Get out. Like, what, bro? Yeah, we are giving excuses to mediocrity. We're giving excuses to the worst of the worst. We're bro, this is like. Have we all seen American Gangster when Denzel just popped Idris?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Right. And nobody said a word.
Yep.
Same shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's crazy. That
is literally cheat. Like we see this is what kills me about boxing. We literally watch cheating right in front of our eyes and have debates about it. Like it's just like we'll put it to the game at the end of the debates and stuff like that. Meanwhile, Jamie's had an unnecessary loss for no reason. If now, this is something somebody told to me allegedly. If I was to look deeper into something like this, Ben Shalom, and we've all seen his post-fight interview. Go Shalom, I call him, after the broadcast. Very infuriated on the worst thing he's ever seen in his career. Understandably so. And Frank doesn't like him. Now, I don't want to put 5 and 7 and make whatever it is. But if I did, I mean, it's been known that referees. I've said too much. I've said too much.
This is what I'm saying. It's happened now, right?
Yep.
The beauty of it is
and it's ordered. The rematch has been ordered, which the board has never ever done in their whole entire lives.
Yeah.
Never since they've ever been there, they've never ordered a rematch ever.
But this is what I'm trying to say. Look at the bright side. They're gonna run it back. They're getting paid. The question is the outcome. I mean, the fight. So Jamie was winning, right? Obviously, it's a 12 round or whatnot. But the rematch can go either way. And not just that, it gets even more juicy.
Big up to Virgil also here, cuz man, I can't even lie. Look, he knows. Look, British ref. Sometimes it's horrible, man. Sometimes.
All the refs over 50, just chill with grandchildren. Find a hobby. Uno, Monopoly, like, I don't know, like relive your childhood memories, like go back to the places that really started it off, you know, and maybe end it there, because we don't need you in this sport. All they're providing is disappointment for people, like for them, like to go through camps, bro, and to eat certain things throughout all of the year, you know, and like to pay for the camps, and like, bro, it's just not like, it's just not cool. It's just not on. You know, we can't giving excuses for mediocrity, and British and, dare I say, all worldwide referees are shit.
Fair enough.
Absolutely
but like
crazy.
Fraser Clark gets to fight. Well, not gets. He would like to fight the winner, and that'll be interesting just to see, you know, how Fraser Clark will do against the likes of what's his name, Adelaide or TKV.
Yeah, our Congolese brother is gonna make sure he has some proper kwanga na taba as well. He's gonna eat well, and he's gonna come strong, and yeah, he's gonna beat him this time, man. I believe now. I think from what Basil was saying as well, I think he's gonna definitely come there with a different approach. He's gonna try and knock him out this time or stop him, man. I think they're gonna be more aggressive now, because I think in boxing, we are slowly realizing that, and Marvin Hagler said it best, man. These two have to be the judges, man. You have to stop them, man, now, man.
Yeah, but no other sport has that type of nonsense. Like, these men are risking their lives out here. The least that we can do is give them a fair fight with a fair referee.
Yeah, man. Absolutely crazy, man.
It's the minimum, innit?
Rico, man, we have to, obviously time is going, but big up to you, my brother, man. We have to talk about the big one. I'm sure you saw the presser. I kind of just want to get your thoughts about, you know, everything, man. It was truly something special. I love when boxing and football intertwines, man. So it'd be good to, you know, get your thoughts. Who's winning?
Fabio. But Wardley is he's gonna puncture different, bro. Like, I mean, the thing with Fab, okay, let's look at what Miller needs to do to win. Miller needs to get that bit of scar tissue, aim for the head consistently, which he doesn't do. He needs to have the endurance, the speed, in order to stop those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 combinations. Hopefully Fabio has stopped he has, hasn't he? He went in there against Fraser and just spun his whole head. So I'm looking at a 4-round finish, possibly 3, 2 if the stars align. You know, but yeah, Fabio will absolutely put bro in the dirt. Definitely.
Cause.
And he owes me fish and chips, and I'll be there. I will be there one way or another. He owes me fish and chips because he said to all of us there in that press conference, if I lose to Daniel Dubois, I'm buying everybody here fish and chips. I've got a clip here ready on my phone there for him. He's going to lose. Might not be too happy about that one there. But, you know.
You know what? Cause I love the energy that Rico's bringing, man. In terms of Wardley, look, this is a great fight for him. I think this is his homecoming. You know, this is a dream become a reality. Thanks to Uncle Frank. We have to big up Uncle Frank. You know, since this transition to the zone, he's been able to do a tremendous job, man. But cuz I kind of want to put you on the spot here, man. What do you think happens in this fight, man?
Yeah, do you know what? I think Wardley does the business. It's his hometown. The energy is going to be different. It's a 12-rounder. It's just, don't get me wrong, judging Miller's last performance, remember when he fought Andrew Ruiz, it was a good performance. I personally think he won that fight. So if we get that Miller, it's going to be a tough fight. But I just think with stamina and endurance, I think Fabio Wardley wins. I think if he doesn't knock him out, I think he can win on points.
You're going for points.
If Fabio beats Miller, mate, he's next year he definitely needs a world title shot. I mean, don't get me wrong. Look, he can go on to European level if he wants to, but I just think, I personally think, look, he's 30 now, so it's just like, why not? Just
Miller's not even world level.
Oh no, Miller's world level. You have to give it to him.
No, he's a world level.
Why would I do that? What is he? What world level things has he done?
He's fought Daniel Dubois. He's fought
and lost.
He lost, but he's fought at that level, man. You gotta kind of give. He's not a world champion, but he has fought at that.
Daniel came back from the worst thing ever to happen to him ever, and knocked him out. So if Daniel was like now Daniel, I think, you know what I mean? You know what it is? The Bacoli that fought Joseph Parker would absolutely he would do horrible things to Jarrell Miller right now.
Oh, no, that is a madness, man. And big up to the classy one, Mr. Neutral, aka I call him the Jim Watt of New Boxing Media. He's obviously calling for Fabio to do the knockout within 7 rounds, man. That could be a good bet, man, to be fair, man. If he's going to be doing something like that, Mr. Neutral, you know, we might have to do a little special on that one, man. But, yeah, I think everyone's going for Wardley in this one, but it's not going to be as easy as what people think. I think, you know, Miller's going to come through with the heat. You know, he's going to have a full camp this time round. You know, he spoke about with the Dubois fight, he didn't have a full camp and, you know, all of this. He's going to have a full camp now. No excuses. He's coming with smoke. So let's see. And I think that kind of energy is what Wardley loves, man. He loves people to come with this energy. He loves it. This is what he feeds off.
Wardley's going to chin him, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be ringside.
Wardley, I've said this so many times here. Fabio Wardley is going to be a world champion one day. I believe in 2026, Fabio Wardley is going to be a world champion. 2026.
He did say it. You know what, Rico, just to confirm, man, my cousin's been saying this for years, man. He's been saying this for at least about 3 years now, or even a bit longer than that, man. So I believe him. It's going to happen. It's going to happen eventually.
I have the utmost love and respect for Fabio. He's my guy. I feel that Moses Ituma will have reached his final form at that time. So I'm going to put all my eggs in the basket of a Moses Ituma. Unless defined by business allegiances or anything that thereof. Yes.
Remember, they're all in the same camp together, man.
All in the same camp. The only way I can see them guys fighting each other is if there's a belt involved, or if they're already champions, just to unify.
There's plenty of belts. I mean, like Miller and Thingy are fighting for the WBA. What? Regular.
Interim.
Oh, interim.
It's on the line, bro. So whoever wins this is interim.
Gets a shot at Usyk or whoever it is or what have you. It's gonna be Fabio. It's gonna be Fabio. There's nothing that tells me that Miller's last fight was a loss against Dubois. Dubois fought twice since then. Once, so really and truly, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't bet my house on Miller. I'm just saying.
You know what? I think Miller, if Miller loses this fight, I think he'll probably fight Andrew Ruiz again. They'll probably run it back. If Miller wins this fight, I think Miller is screaming for an AJ fight, because he said on the interview that AJ wants to fight him, but his team doesn't want the fight. So
I
don't even think it's that. I just think
they don't want to bless him. They don't want to bless him, man.
Why would they? Why? You I don't even need to say anything. Like, what if I'm AJ? Unless AJ really wants to pay his mom's rent for life.
No, unless
that's what we're doing. Unless we're rent paying for life, then okay, all right.
I think he just wants to because remember, Miller was the opponent that he was supposed to fight in New York, and obviously, you know what happened, and obviously Andy Ruiz fought AJ. But I think there's unfinished business there, right? And I think if they were to run it back, I think AJ has to be the underdog and go to Miller's backyard. I think that's where it will be big. It'll be a big fight, or for both of them, really. But I think at the moment in the States, I don't think they respect him that much. But if he goes there and conquers Miller, then, dude, do you know what I mean? You know, so I think if Miller wins, he fights AJ. If Fabio wins, dude, he has to fight
world champion,
or Erkovic or whoever. Do you know what I mean? I just think it's fair. But like I said, the unfinished business, I've been saying this for time, unfinished business, Miller and AJ. Yeah, you know, I mean, at the moment, Wilder, he said he wants about at least 2 fights. I think AJ said him and Wilder next year, but yeah.
Even Miller and Wilder,
Yes, you mentioned that as well. They've got some unfinished business, but again, I think the promo on that will be big. It will be big. I think he'll bring something out.
You know, he'll bring the old Wilder. He'll bring that.
Yeah.
We need it.
That's what we need. But at the same time, like the reality is, I'm looking at it's like they've made money, and sometimes, like my coach was telling me, when you get knocked out in boxing, it does something to you where you get gun shy. You're not the same no more because you've just experienced a knockout. Do you know what I mean? So it's like look at Wilder after the Fury trilogy. Look at AJ. There's plenty more, but look at Derek Chisora. He's just got heart. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't care. So
still in the mix, cuz I can't believe he's still in the mix, man. And even what Mr. Neutral's saying here, cuz man, the interim unification with Pulev, who's obviously the regular champion, would be more likely going by the sanctioning body's behavior lately. So that could be the one. And you got a big up to Fabio Wardley, what Mr. Neutral's saying. He was obviously a contender to Pulev, but took the harder fight, which is, you know, to fight Miller. I think that is the harder fight, man. Him versus Miller is a much more harder fight than him versus Pulev. And I think Frank and the team have chosen the perfect opponent because Miller done his research, wore the Norwich colours in Ipswich, you know, cuz it's beautiful. This is why boxing and football, when it intertwines together, like I mentioned a few times, it's just something special, man. So, big up to the team that's involved in that. And Lucy, we've missed you. I was thinking, bro, man, we ain't seen Lucy today. Now, big up to Lucy's Fats. She's obviously saying Pulev's fighting Hunter, supposedly. Winners fight each other. So, wow.
Do you know what?
See what happens. Yeah.
I want to see Hunter and Bacoli run it back. I just want to see if Hunter's back in the mix, him and Bacoli. I just want that. I want them to finish their unfinished business.
But does he deserve it, man?
When was the last time Hunter even fought? Like, can we be realistic about life, please?
That's true. When was the last time he fought? Was it last year? Or 2 years ago?
No. Wishing your better for a speedy recovery, Lucy. So apologies. Wishing it. Yeah, man. Yeah,
when it a year ago, over a year ago, 2 years ago, like a small hall show. No?
Too long is the answer to that question. And irritating. And irritating is his name coming up. Michael Hunter is just not the... I mean, I've never seen... Actually, no, I lie. He's one of the greatest fumbles of a talented career. You know, beat Povetkian. He wanted to take the Hrgovic fight to Triller. Triller wouldn't endorse him. His whole thing has been stupid. So I feel like, and he's inactive. Like, you're only just taking it for a name, but he's not.
Man. Yeah. Don't worry, man. She does call you better half my brother.
With Hunter, I remember Eddie Hunter talking about it. I think he demanded more money, and the next one he just pulled out last minute. the Herkovich fight. I remember that because Herkovich, remember, he was part of Matchroom Zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that Eddie Hearn said, I can't take him serious. You know, he says he wants to do this and that, and the next minute he's fighting somebody else with less money and whatnot. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I'm sure she does, Mr. Neutral, of course, man. Yeah, no, cuz we agree with you completely. But yeah, regardless, boxing right now is truly tremendous, and I just want to thank you both for joining us on a special show. It's always a special one because the fact that we've been able to do so much, cuz man, it just shows the consistency, the commitment, the dedication. Remember, people, we do these shows just for you. It's for the fans, by the fans, and we just want to ensure that you guys have access into the boxing world through the different personalities that we've got. And we've got one of the best personalities in new media boxing here in, sorry, I call him El Rico from Mexico. I know he doesn't like it, man, but it's respect, brother, man. It's respect. Trust me. Some of the great
man.
have been to Mexico.
I love you guys, man. You guys, we're good. On. I love you guys, man. You guys are the best. Always just came through to just show a little bit of love and whatnot. And Chris, I've been in your house multiple times and I've eaten your ice cream. And yeah, it was me.
You had to be. I'm not,
I haven't, because I've been training.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I've been eating all of it.
Look at his arms. Just Rico, just look at his arms. He's been training. He's been in boxing. He's been in the camp. He's ready, man. He's ready.
Like ChatGPT is doing amazing things. I don't know what's going on. Nah, man. Big love to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for having me. And yeah, I can't wait for the next one.
Oh yes, Rico. Before we close the show, of course, could you just let the community know what's obviously coming up in terms of banter and boxing, the work of Eric, of course. Just give people a quick little summary. Sorry to put you on the spot, but it's great for you to just
mate. We have obviously Eric coming on later this evening with Crossroads Boxing. There could potentially be another Yorkshire person that may possibly be coming on as well, which is, I don't know how I feel about that, but I'll think about it a little bit. We also have Chloe that's going to be coming through, and please stay tuned because we're going to be covering so many fights. Big up to Abbas. Abbas's interviews are going to be coming from this past weekend. We have a plethora of talent available here, on iBoxingHub, and an official business. So yeah, please stay tuned. I also have a couple of things rolling through. Obviously, Eric has been doing the banter and boxing on Twitter, so obviously follow us on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. Yeah, we aim to take over this year, 100%. So yeah, subscribe.
Take over season, man, and big up to Mr. Neutral saying great show. Big up to you. Just loving the love between Mr. Neutral and Lucy, and just everyone that's tuned into the show, of course. Rico, big up to you, my brother. Cuz, big up to you. Before we close the show, of course, we have to hear from our sponsors, D-Rock, and also we get to see my cousin doing a bit of shadow boxing for you, so he's just working on the techniques and everything. So big up. Yes, people, the spiel by now. Is iBoxingHub in association with D-Rock, so people take advantage of the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and just head over to the website and just utilize the stuff that's on there. You can see the trackies. We're gonna have a new range that's coming out, so each one of the teams gonna have something from the new range, and we're gonna at some point, maybe for episode 200, we'll do like a giveaway. You know, we're gonna just work on a few things in the background just so we can just, you know, appreciate the support that we get, you know, through, you know, the community, the people, our partners. Like, without you all, we won't be doing what we do. So guys, big up to you both, and yeah, big up to the community. Cuz, just work your magic. We've missed you, Mr. Sports Entertainment, so you might as well wrap up the show for us, cuz.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you again. Have a lovely, productive week. And we shall see you on Sunday. Peace and love.
It's another band. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. Light up my scars with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me a bag, but